Hello?
Good morning, Mother.
Where are you?
Oh, about 30 paces across the courtyard.
You're here?
Got in last night.
And why didn't you come over and see me?
Oh, I got a little tied up.
Oh, yes, I imagine you did. How did you like your welcome home surprise?
You mean...
Brooke, of course. She was there waiting for you, wasn't she?
Yes, she sure was. Look, I want to talk to you about that.
Well, why don't the two of you come over and I'll fix you some coffee?
She's not here.
All right, then you come over.
Actually, I'd like to get the family together. I have an announcement to make.
Really?
Could you set it up?
Well, when did you want to do this?
Immediately, over at Dad's office?
Well, yes, of course. I'll take care of it for you.
Great, thank you very much.
I'm glad you're home. I missed you.
Thanks, Mother. Bye-bye.
An announcement. Well done, Brooke. Well done.
Sally, will you put that picture down?
Sorry, honey. I just can't help it.
You're becoming obsessed.
I know. But if that isn't Caroline Spencer in that picture...
Caroline Spencer is long gone. She died 2 years ago.
Well, maybe it was some kind of cover-up, huh?
Sally, there was a funeral, an open casket. And for God's sake, let's put this down and get back to work, all right?
Wish Bill Spencer would call me back.
You called Spencer?
Yes,
Why?
because I thought he might know something. Darling, there's got to be an explanation for that.
Yes, Sally, there is. It's called a coincidence. You know, we all have our lookalikes in this world, and Caroline's just happened to be in town. All right? So come on. We're falling behind it, and it's not me, it's you. Your desk is all filled with work.
Where's yours, Clark?
Why, what?
Your look-alike. I was thinking I might like to meet him. Maybe he could be more of a husband to me than you have been lately.
You got a one-track mind, Sally. A one-track mind.
Oh, darling, don't you see, when a woman loves a man as much as I do and he hasn't touched her in months, the mind is bound to travel in that direction.
You know what's going on. I've got a problem, and it doesn't help that you keep reminding me of it.
Really? Oh my gosh, poor Clarky. I thought he'd be over that by now.
Yeah, poor Clarky.
Macy, do you think he's lying?
Darla, it's Clark we're talking about. What do you think?
I don't know.
I mean, if Clark really had a sexual problem, he would be freaking out. That guy's whole identity's wrapped up in sex.
Macy, there is a way that we could find out.
How?
Put him to the test.
No, that won't work. Mother already tried that.
I haven't tried that. You want to find out if Clark will perform? You let me perform. I'll find out for you.
Eric Forrester.
Good morning.
Stephanie, how are you?
Fine.
What's the good word?
Ridge is back in town.
I just spoke with him.
Where was he?
I don't know. The conversation was very short, but he'd like to have a meeting with the whole family.
He would.
Yes, he'd like to do it this morning in your office.
Why? What's it about?
Well, I don't know for sure, but I have my suspicions. Have you seen Brooke this morning?
No.
I think that she spent the night with him last night, and... Well, he wants to make an announcement, so... You best prepare yourself, Eric.
the bold and beautiful. This portion sponsored by Pepto-Bismol. The one that coats is the only one you need.
Did you get in touch with Thorne and Felicia?
Yes, they're on their way over.
So you think this has to do with Brooke and Ridge?
She was there last night when he got home. He wants to have a meeting this morning with the families.
Stephanie, the whole reason he left town was to give me and Brooke a chance.
Yes, but he's back, and she's very determined. Eric, she wants Ridge.
Do you honestly think that Ridge would go through with something like this after all the trouble he's gone to?
Well, what do you think this is about?
Oh, it could be any number of things. If Ridge is still determined to stay away from Brooke, maybe he wants to leave town. Maybe he wants to work out of Europe for a while.
I suppose that's possible.
Are you certain that Brooke spent the night with him?
No. But she didn't stay at the condo either, did she?
No, she moved out yesterday.
And in with Ridge. Eric, I don't want to be the one that's the bearer of bad news, but I think you should prepare yourself for the worst.
Look, I'll say this one more time because I still believe it. If Ridge were out of the picture, I would still have a marriage.
It takes two to make a marriage.
Brooke and I would have had a wonderful marriage if Ridge hadn't been an option. Anyway, that's all academic now.
Hey there.
Mom, Dad, what's going on?
What's this big proclamation we're supposed to hear?
I'm sorry, my love. I don't mean to be a nag about your problem. It's just that you've got to realize that it's a problem for me, too.
Well, what can I do, Sally?
You can get some help.
I will.
When?
I put a call into my shrink. He's out of town. When he comes back, I'll see him. And this doctor's an expert at treating this sort of problem.
Yeah, what is it?
Clarky, your 10 o'clock appointment is on his way up.
Good. Thanks. Sally, I'm doing my best. Be patient.
Okay, let's go.
Thorne, the fact is, we're not certain what this is all about.
I didn't even know that Ridge was back.
He got home last night.
Where was he?
I don't know, Thorne.
Any guesses?
Well, he was probably at some incredible villa on the Italian Riviera and decided he wanted to live there.
I think that's possible.
Mm-hmm.
No, guys, not Ridge. He would have just stayed and phoned us. Here's my fax number. Keep in touch.
Exactly. No, if Ridge is back and he wants to talk to us, well, it has to involve a woman.
No doubt about it.
Dad, where do things stand with Brooke?
She moved out yesterday.
Where's she living?
She moved into Ridge's place.
Good, you're all here. Let's get to it, shall we?
Ridge, what's the big announcement?
I'm getting married.
Forgive me if we don't all react.
No, I pretty much expected it to come as a surprise.
Well, when did you make this decision?
While I was away.
While you were away.
Yes. I did some very serious thinking about my life, and my future, and how I want to live it.
And you're sure about this?
I'm positive, Thorne.
Well, then I guess it calls for congratulations.
That sounds good to me.
Sounds like you and Clark were into something heavy.
Oh, you know how it goes sometimes in a marriage, honey?
Yeah, well, I know how it goes in my marriage.
Then don't question me about mine.
I just hope you know what you're doing.
Well, I will tell you one thing. I know what I'm going to do about this.
About what?
The picture with the Caroline Spencer lookalike.
Mother, I could care less about that picture. What I am worried about is you and what you're going through and how you are dealing with this or not dealing with it.
Oh, darling, please don't worry about me.
All right. All right, then I'll worry about myself. Now, come June 25th, this family's business, half of it falls into the hands of a man that I don't trust and I don't particularly care for.
But you see, my darling, I do care about him. I love him very much. Now, you are just going to have to learn to live with that, Macy. Clark is a major part of this family business, and he is a significant part of my life, and he always will be.
I hope to God that's true. I hope to God that for your sake, Clark is still a part of your life after June 25th. Who are you calling?
Bill Spencer. And this time I'm going to talk to him.
I don't have a 10 o'clock appointment. Why are you looking at me like that?
You do have a 10 o'clock appointment, Clarky.
No, I don't.
Uh-huh. Oh, yes. You do.
Darla, what are you doing?
Just slipping you out of something a little less comfortable.
Darla, this was a clever ruse, this appointment, to get me in here alone.
Worked pretty well, didn't it?
Hasn't yet.
Well, Clarky, I think we're moving in the right direction.
Okay, Darla. What is it with you?
Well, I've been watching you, Clarky. Day after day. It's been a long time, hasn't it? And you know something? It's been a long time for me, too.
That I doubt.
It has. Ever since I heard about your little problem, I just thought maybe
Sally told you about my problem? Now, this upsets me.
Shh, Clarky. I am not going to tell anybody. In fact, I am going to do just the opposite. I'm going to help you. Because you see, Clark, I've been kind of saving myself for you. Your little problem is about to end.
And gee, Darla, you know, if I'm reading you right, you're being awfully generous.
Clarky, I'm not like this with everybody.
Just me, huh?
Interested?
You know, I gotta wonder why you're so interested.
Oh, the milk of human kindness, Clarky. You have a problem. I have the solution.
Sounds almost clinical.
Look at it how you like.
What have you got in mind?
Well, we could start at my place and end up at my place.
And in between?
And in between, we'd be at my place, too.
That's a lot of your place.
There's a lot of me, Clark.
You got a time frame on this?
The sooner, the better. You know where to find me.
I most certainly do.
But don't you take too long now. Because this mood, I don't know, it kind of comes and goes. You know what I mean? celebration, Clarky. Phase 1 completed.
Mother, what could you possibly say to Bill Spencer?
I don't know. I'm going to make it up as I go along. But I have got to talk to this man.
Spencer,
Bill, it's Sally Garrison.
what do you want?
Well, hello to you, too.
Sally, I'm busy. What do you want?
Look, Bill, this is only going to take a minute. It's about a photograph I came across. A very interesting photograph. I really think you ought to see it.
Photograph. What is this, another attempt to blackmail me?
No, it's nothing like that.
Well, it's nothing I'm interested in either. Goodbye.
It's your daughter.
What did you say?
Look, one of my employees had a birthday party in a restaurant last week. There were a bunch of photographs taken, and I was looking them over. In one of those photographs, Bill, there is a woman standing in the background that looks more like Caroline Spencer than Caroline herself.
What the hell? What kind of sick person are you?
Bill, I am looking at that photograph right now, and I am telling you I cannot get over the resemblance. Now, look, I have nothing to gain by this.
Then why in the world are you doing this?
Because I thought you ought to see this. I thought you would want to see it.
Well, I don't. Oh. Couldn't be. Karen? No. It's impossible.
Well, I don't think the moment calls for a big celebration, but why don't you and your fiancé come over for dinner tonight?
Tell me something, Ridge. How can you plan to marry her when she's not yet divorced?
I see we need some clarification here.
Clarification.
Thorne, why don't you and Felicia take Ridge out for a glass of champagne?
No, Stephanie, I want an answer here.
Eric.
No, it's all right, Mother. He deserves an answer. Dad, the woman I'm marrying isn't Brooke.
It's not?
Who is it, Ridge?
For the last week, I've been with a person I've grown very close to. Woman I've taken for granted, I guess. But someone I rediscovered in the Virgin Islands, where we spent a week. A week that you usually only experience in dreams. But this wasn't a dream. I feel very, very deeply for this woman, and I'm ready to marry her. I want to marry her. The wedding will be in a few weeks.
Well, who is she, Ridge?
Taylor Hayes.
Taylor?
I don't believe it.
I do. Well, congratulations.
Ridge, I can't believe this.
God.
You are marrying
This is
Taylor
so
Hayes.
incredible.
That's great, Ridge.
God.
Oh,
In just
I
a
am-
few weeks?
Yeah.
Do you have everything
down
planned?
Well,
Where are you gonna go?
I-
Oh, my God.